Hello and welcome. Good afternoon. You're watching Market Fatafat on ET now. I'm Snehisha. With me is Ankita Saxena. And well, it's seeming to be a good day for trade today because yet another record high coming in for us, Ankita. And Nifty also holding up pretty well above that 25,200 level.
Absolutely, Snehi. In fact, Indian markets are in its heydays and they're supported by strong global cues, and also the Moody's upgrade on India's GDP that came in yesterday giving strong support. The high frequency data looks very strong for India, and that's why we are seeing, like Snehi mentioned, Nifty and Sensex both hitting yet another record high today. In fact, this is the third consecutive session that Nifty has hit a record high. Nifty Bank is seen outperforming the Nifty. It is trading with gains of almost around 270 points odd, but the broader markets are really leading from the front. Both mid-cap and small-cap indices are trading with gains of over 0.7%. Nifty Pharma is in focus today, which has hit a record high today, and also it is a top sectoral gainer, which is led by Natco, Alchem. There is Nifty Realty is also up 1% right now. Prestige, Oberoi, all contributing to this strong gains coming in. FMCG, however, is playing a bit of a spoiler here. It is not contributing much. In fact, has been trading rather flattish. However, the breadth of the market is rather positive, and like Snehi mentioned, a good day for markets coming in there. But this is a show where we tell you all the stocks that are buzzing away in trade. So without further ado, Snehi, let's get started with all the stocks.
Absolutely, lots to talk about, and let me bring on board our researcher for today. Jinay is joining us from the research team, as well as from the technicals we have Aditya Arora, founder and Multi Asset Research Analyst at Adlytick, joining us on the show. Thank you so much, both of you, for taking the time out and joining us. Let's kick-start then talking about all the big buzzes in today's trade. And first up, I wish to highlight Hindustan Oil Explorers today because that stock is also holding up very smartly by almost 4% in today's trade. Now, the company has announced that its wells D1 and D2 in the Western Offshore Block B80 field have been successfully activated for production. In a stock exchange filing, the company stated that both wells are currently in the stabilization phase, and this development follows HOEC's earlier intimation on the 7th of August earlier this month regarding the progress of its operations in the B80 field. Now, this block B80 is part of HOEC's portfolio, and the activation of these wells is a key step in boosting the company's production capabilities. So, very positive news flow coming in. Street also taking it well. Almost 4% higher is where HOEC is as of now.
All right. Another stock that we keep talking about on the back of order when Snehi is RVNL. I don't think there's a day where we don't talk about RVNL. So yet another day for RVNL, and they have signed an MOU with Patel Engineering Limited, and it is to collaborate on certain identified hydro and other infrastructure projects as opportunities arise, and the strategic partnership is aimed at jointly executing projects in the field of hydro and other infrastructure projects, both within India and internationally. In the back of this MOU, we can see Rail Vikas Nigam trading with gains of over 4% right now.
Okay, so that's the news on RVNL coming in, yet another order win. But Aditya, you've picked out Oberoi Realty for us. Now, Nifty Realty is above us today. Oberoi Realty also holding up pretty well in today's trading session. But last 3 months, rather flattish moves coming in from this stock. So, do you think there are more legs to this real estate rally, and do you see more upside for this stock going ahead?
Yes, very good afternoon. I think Nifty Realty is buzzing today, and a lot of components are doing well. And one candidate that truly stands out is Oberoi Realty. In last 3 months, as you said, nothing much has been seen over there. But actually, the counter is digesting all the good gains which it made from odd levels of 1360 to 1900 odd levels. So now, after a consolidation, there's a breakout today, and that is on back of decent volumes. So yes, the counter looks positive at 1785. One can follow stop loss of 1725 for further gains on the upside.
All right, that was Oberoi Realty, but we'll move on to you, Jinay. Jinay, you have picked up Bharti Hexacon for us. There's a brokerage note that is initiated a buy on this particular counter. It is trading over 4.5% right now. Tell us what is the note saying?
Well, yes, Citi have actually initiated a brokerage note on Bharti Hexacom. They have given the buy rating with a target price of rupees 1,405. Well, they are positive on the overall telecom sector, but they feel that Bharti Hexacom is an attractive mid-cap telecom company with a strong growth outlook. Also, company is a pure play in terms of regional telecom operator, and the company has a strong balance sheet is what Citi is saying. Now, also they see an improved likelihood of future tariff hikes and signs of waning in competitive intensity going ahead. Now, if you look at the stock, they believe that the stock has outperformed meaningfully following their listing in April 2024. Also, the company sees a strong growth outlook, robust balance sheet, and superior return if you compare to their peers, is why Citi is bullish on Bharti Hexacom. And if you look at the stock, currently is trading up about 5%.
All right, we'll move on then. Another stock that is in focus today, and in fact it has been in focus since yesterday, is Reliance. We'll first go and check what the Reliance head honcho Mukesh Ambani had to say about Reliance at the annual AGM. First, let's go out and check that out, and then we'll come to the stock then.
We believe that our new energy business will be truly unique, delivering cash flows that are less cyclical and more predictable. I am therefore confident that in the next 5 to 7 years, our new energy growth engine can aim to deliver an earning capacity like what our existing O2C business earns and what it has achieved over the last 4 decades.
With the strong foundation we have built, I am confident that we will achieve our goal of doubling our retail business in the next 3 to 4 years.
All right, that was the Reliance AGM. In fact, a couple of strong announcements coming in from Reliance, and in fact, they are also considering a 1:1 bonus share issue, is what they said in the board meeting. But in a board meeting that will be held on the 5th of September, is what they're considering. But let's take a look at what the brokerage note said about it. Macquarie has come out with a brokerage note for RIL, and they're maintaining a neutral on the counter with a target price of 2,750 rupees per share. Now, they feel that the new energy business has really called out as the group's most ambitious engine for growth and value creation, and amongst other comments on the progress of 5G, home broadband, media, retail, O2C, they were largely a reiteration of what they have been talking about. Now, the new energy ambitions seem potentially supportive of the growth momentum over the next 3 to 5 years, but they need to be de-risked, and a non-tangible progress in the Geo and retail spin-offs could disappoint the street. That's the word coming in from Macquarie, that is maintaining a neutral on the counter. So that's RIL for you, right now trading with cuts of 7%.
Alright, yesterday was gaining in trade on the back of that bonus issue announcement, like Ankita mentioned, but yes, tanking away slightly in today's trade. But let's also take a look at what Torrent Pharma is doing, and positive news flow coming in for this stock as well. The US FDA has issued an establishment inspection report, which is an EIR, for its manufacturing facility at Indrad in Gujarat. The US FDA has conducted a pre-approval inspection and a GMP inspection from the 3rd of June to 12th June. At the end of this inspection, the company was issued a Form 483 with 5 observations. However, today in its exchange filing, Torrent Pharma has said that the US FDA has issued its establishment inspection report with voluntary action indicated. So that is a positive news flow coming in, and they have said that the manufacturing facility and the inspection has now been successfully closed by the US FDA at this manufacturing facility. So positive news flow. They've gone from having 5 observations to having 0 as of now, which means things are improving for Torrent Pharma, and on the back of that, the stock is up 2%.
Absolutely, that's Torrent Pharma. In fact, the pharma pack is in focus today, hitting record high today. You have also picked out Aditya Piramal Pharma for us. Tell us, what are you seeing on the charts for this one?
Yeah, absolutely. Nifty Pharma Index is outperforming the market, and we have seen very good rally in a lot of components of Pharma Index. One small cap, mid cap candidate in this same pocket is Piramal Pharma, which was consolidating, and today we have seen a good surge in the counter. I think there are more legs to this rally, so this one is bullish at 187, 188. One must maintain stop loss of 180 for good upside of about 10% from here.
Coming in on Piramal Pharma as of now, but we'll slip into a short break.
Welcome back. You're tuned into Market Fatafat, where we are taking you through all the stocks that are in focus today. Let's resume then. Let's look at the auto pack, what the auto pack is doing. In fact, in the auto pack, TVS Motor, Hero Motors are in focus today. We got a note from Macquarie, and it's maintaining an outperformance on both the counters. So for TVS Motors, they have hiked the target price to 3,051 rupees, and for Hero Moto, they have hiked the target price to 5,967 rupees. Now, Macquarie says that the two-wheeler growth remains on fast track. Continue to believe that the two-wheeler will lead FY25 estimated growth, and the rural demand recovery and the rising EV penetration should drive the low teens two-wheeler industry volume growth in FY25. They also feel that TVS's diversified segment exposure, new two-wheeler launches and margin upside pose an upside earning risk for the company, but TVS remains the top pick. However, Eicher Motors is their least preferred, but we can see Hero Motor and TVS Motor. Right now, TVS Motor is trading flat. We did see it gain 1% in the morning. Hero Motor is still trading with gains of over 1.5%.
Okay, so that's the spotlight on the auto sector today, but let's move on, talk about a big buzzer in today's trade, and that is Garden Reach Builders. This stock is up 5% as we speak, and this is on the back of an announcement where the company has announced that it has signed a deal with the National Highway Infrastructure Development Corporation for the supply of double-lane modular bridges. Now, this deal involves the fabrication, supply and launching of double-lane Class 70 modular steel and Bailey bridges. These Class 70R double-lane bridges are designed exclusively by Garden Reach Builders, and they will help in enhancing the connectivity in critical forward areas along with India's borders, facilitating troop and equipment deployment. However, this deal order, the amount size is not known as of now. We await further details on this one, but this is all that the company has informed the street, and the street is phenomenally happy with this announcement because the stock is up 5% as we speak.
Alright, that's Garden Reach for you, trading with gains of 5%. But coming back to the pharma pack, which is really buzzing away in trade. In fact, Aditya, you picked up Cipla for us. Cipla is today Nifty's top gainer. Tell us, what are you seeing on the charts for this one? The entire pharma pack has really started moving up. What is the upside that you're seeing for Cipla?
Absolutely. There are times when a lot of things happen in a very short time, and same is true for pharma sector. This sector didn't do so well for such a long time, but recently most of the stocks are doing wonders. So similarly, Cipla is breaking out even right now, and the chart patterns are pretty positive. Currently the stock is trading at 1650, and we have seen a swing breakout above 1600. So a lot of put writers are active in 1640, 1600 strike. I think buyers are pretty aggressive on this counter, so the bias remains bullish in this counter.
Bullish call, and those are the levels to watch out for from Cipla. But Janay, there is one sector that is seeing very sweet gains today, and that is the entire sugar space. Tell us what the news flow is and why most of these sugar stocks are soaring away in today's trade.
Well, yes, sugar stocks are clearly in focus as there is a big relief on sugar companies. Government has actually removed restriction on ethanol production using sugarcane juice or syrups. Government has removed cap on supply of sugarcanes, syrups, B molasses, C molasses for the production of ethanol. Now, further decision also awaits for ethanol prices for next season, decision allowing on exports for ethanol, and also what the MSP for sugar going forward will be. Now, apart from this, we actually had management of Shri Renuka Sugar and Balrampur Chini earlier today at ET Now. Let's listen in what they had to say.
Decision makers that next year's crop looks to be quite good. The rain gods have been quite kind to India. So the confidence in the government is there that that's adequate stocks available. From Renuka's perspective, it definitely is bound to help the volume. As far as the Indian value is concerned, sugar as a sector is totally inflation-proof. The government has managed the sugar releases and the pricing so well that I think the Indian consumer has had it very good. So we don't expect sugar prices in the country to move up. So we expect that the minimum selling price would also be increased in due course of time, possibly before the new season kicks in. So government is seized of the matter, and the industry is also pursuing it, and our association, ISMA, is also pursuing it vigorously, and the government is also seized of the matter, because you can't keep jacking up the price of cane and not do anything about the minimum selling price. So I think we can expect that to also happen in due course of time.
In 2022-23, the FRP was 305. Now the FRP is 340. On the basis of FRP of 305, the sugarcane juice-based ethanol was priced at 65 rupees 60 paisa. So accordingly, there should be a revision in the price of ethanol based on the increase in the FRP as well as whatever increase has happened in conversion cost on the basis of inflation. So we are awaiting the decision on this front, which may come maybe by end of September or earlier.
Right. Those were the sugar stock in sweet spot. But moving on, Aditya, SRF is what you've picked out for us. Last 6 months, the stock hasn't really done much. In fact, in the last 1 month, after hitting its, a record high, it has actually been on the decline. Tell us what you've seen on the charts for this one.
I think SRF is one of the finest stocks if you look at the technicals. After a stellar rally which we saw in last 3 to 4 years, the stock didn't correct much. Actually, it went into a sideways correction, time-wise correction. And now whenever a breakout happens in this counter, there could be a fantastic rally and SRF could lead the rally in chemical pack. So technically there would be a breakout at 2700 if stock sustains above 2700, then there could be a fresh leg of rally starting in this counter.
Okay, so that's the view coming in on SRF. But you've taken Vodafone Idea, AGR underway. You also have a brokerage note coming in. Tell us what's the news, sir?
Well, yes, Vodafone Idea will be clearly will be in focus as Supreme Court will be hearing AGR petition today. Right now, it's actually at 2 p.m. expected today. We have a note by Citi who have maintained buy rating and they are giving a target price of rupees 22 for Vodafone Idea. What they believe is that the material development as the matter goes ahead has been long pending for Vodafone Idea, and also any favorable outcome for Vodafone Idea will result into positive financials for the company. They are expecting a potential benefit of about 4 to 5 rupees per share. Also, it could be even higher from 4 to 5 per share. They also say that there could be indirect benefit to Indus Tower as well. Now, potential benefit could lead to Indus Towers, Bharti Airtel as well. And they thought and they believe, Citi believes that there will be no implications for Jio in this AGR petition.
All right, with that, it's time for a quick breather. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we're getting you more stocks that are buzzing away in trade.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.